Hey guys, we are live, 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 live. Hey guys, Freedom Friday, Freedom Friday, Freedom Friday. So happy Friday to everybody. Make sure when you guys come on, share this with at least 5 people. I couldn't even get out of bed today. Like, I couldn't, I couldn't even get, my husband had to call me, like, get up. But I got some things to do. Today, tomorrow, my weekends are always packed. But I like to go live, help you guys focus on your money, help you guys get your mind right, help you guys to, um, understand, what you need to start doing, right? And, I have a topic. And this week, we focusing on passive income, passive residual income, making money, online. And the way things are going, friends, we need, to put ourselves in position, to be able to make money on demand. The government is still shut down. They're talking about getting rid of food stamps. They're talking about, people not going to be able to have their food stamps and, all of this stuff, guys, is literally the signs of the times, right? All of this is the signs of the time. And, we got to get with it. And if we don't get with it, unfortunately, a lot of people will be left behind. Unfortunately, a lot of people will not be able to survive. Unfortunately, a lot of people will be, falling at the wayside because people are not prepared. And, in the Bible, it talks about this, right? The Bible talks about, being prepared for stuff, making sure you have enough stored up, for rainy days, or, you have enough stored up for a storm, right? So how many of us are really following the biblical principles, right? And God also talks about, like, how it's our duty to build wealth, right? We have the ability, to be able to build wealth, and we're supposed to live an abundant life. But how many of us are actually living that? We're living in scarcity. We're living in fear. We're living, with anxiety. On my last live, I said that we forgot about God, right? But we end up picking up fear and depression and anxiety, right? So, we want to really start, focusing, guys, on what really matters in life, right? We want to focus on what truly, truly matters in life. And your health, wealth, love, and happiness is all that matters. The 4 pillars of life is what truly matters, in life. And of course, you got to have money, right? So I always tell people, like, we didn't learn certain things in school about money. We didn't learn certain things in school about life. So we should have learned certain things, right? So you need a savings account, right? Need a savings account for the sake of saving, right? How many people actually have a savings account and a high yield interest account, right? How many people actually have a high yield savings account that's making them money so when they need money, they can have money, right? How many people actually got emergency fund, right? So emergency fund is simple, friends. You just putting up money in case of emergency, and you're putting that in a high yield savings account also too, right? So we need these things, guys. These are essentials, right? This is essential stuff, right? So your savings account is key because I want to have money all the time. Your emergency account is key because it's always an emergency. Look how many people can't get paid right now. Do they have an emergency fund? Do they have a savings, right? So in guys, we need to have. Then you budgeting your money, right? Are you monitoring what's going out, what's coming in, right? How do you monitor your money, right? It's budgeting, right? Are you going spending Uber Eats every time? Are you going, to out to eat all the time? Are you spending on Fashion Nova and Shein and Amazon every time you turn around? The average person spends about $10,000 on Amazon a year. The average person. The average person, guys, spends about $10,000 a year on Amazon, right? Now, if you're not investing in Amazon stock, you just making Amazon richer. So you need to, yeah, buy stuff from Amazon, but then also buy Amazon stock, right? Get you some Amazon stock, right? So we got to start monitoring and stewarding, guys, our own money. Okay, we got to steward our own thoughts, right? And we got to steward our own habits, right? God talks about stewardship, right? If you just getting money, getting money, getting money, getting money, getting money, and it's blowing, 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 you're not good at stewardship. You're not good at stewarding your money. And if God can't trust you with a little bit, he's not going to give you a lot. All right. Some people like wishing and hoping and praying that they, get more money, or, they make more money, or a bag of money fall in their lap. But the problem is, if you can't manage what you have, how you going to manage more? Right. So it doesn't make sense. Right. And then passive income. Passive income, friends, leads to financial independence. It leads to, less headache, right? Again, because we need money from the day we born to the day we die and every freaking day in between, okay? We need money, okay? So passive residual income, friends, I tapped into passive residual income as an entrepreneur. I didn't know when I had a job that there was something called passive income. You could do something once and get paid over and over, right? So that's why I do the Amazon. So if I'm shopping on Amazon, even I got this cup from Amazon, this elephant cup. It said, never underestimate the women who loves elephants. I love elephants, right? So I got this cup on Amazon. So I could do a review on this Amazon cup, right? Simple, using it, drinking it, my coffee in it, my tea in it, juice in it, whatever, water, right? And then now what's going to happen is Amazon will put this cup on the listing. I mean, Amazon will put my review on the listing cup. And then now everybody who's interested in this type of cup, this coffee cup, Amazon will now send my video to them. They watch it, they watch the review, they click from my link, and I make a commission. Now, this is passive residual income. I do that in one time and get paid over and over and over and over and over and over again. These glasses I got on Amazon too. So these glasses, right? I bought one time and I did one review, right? Now Amazon puts it on Amazon listing. Now every time someone goes to review the glasses or to look at a review, guess what? Now I can get paid, right? This wig I got on Amazon. I did a review, right? Now every time someone goes to this wig listing, I'll make money. Right? So we already shopping. I don't have to convince nobody to shop. People are already shopping online. People are already shopping on Amazon. It's just you're not getting paid. Right? You're not getting paid to do it, right? So we got to put ourselves in that position, friends. Amazon brings in billions of dollars a second. Okay, YouTube brings in $64 million a day. All these companies bringing in millions and millions of dollars a day, friends. This is where we want to position ourselves, whether it's a recession, whether it's a no recession, whether you lost your job, whether in between jobs, whether you in between careers, whether you're trying to learn a new skill. It doesn't matter whether you're getting married, you're buying a home, you're getting an apartment. It don't fucking matter. What matters is we need money all the time. Okay? If you're in between jobs, you need money, right? If you're in between houses, you need money. If you're, in between marriages or relationships, you need money. Right? So we want to put ourselves, guys, in the position to be able to have money all the time. I've been an Amazon seller for over a decade. Literally over a decade. Okay? And I've made money for over a decade on Amazon, and I'm still making money on Amazon. I made thousands just from the influencer program, and we're just starting it. Right? I sell my books to the school. I sell my book on Amazon. I sell my book online. I sell my book to people. Like, that's another passive residual income. But we got to get started, friends, right? So you got to have a savings account for the sake of having money. You want to have an emergency fund so you can always have money. In this case, an emergency. You want to know how to budget stewarding your money, okay? And then you want to passive residual income, right? If you guys don't have my book, you go on Amazon, your Agile, and you can get the book. And if you want that also goes with the book. All month of October, we're running a sale for $67. You go to Starbucks, you probably spent $67 at Starbucks today, right? So it's 67 bucks. Usually go for $300. People have paid me $300. People pay me hundreds of dollars to teach them, Amazon stuff. So now is the time, friends, right? Now is the time to put yourself in position so that you can stay in position, so that you can be in position, right? Be in position, right? So I go live Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, helping you guys focus on your money, what you need to be doing with your money, how you need to be moving, friends, right? Things getting worse. Things are not getting better, right? Things are actually getting worse, right? So you got to get better. You got to build up your skills. You got to build up your money. You got to build up that wealthy mindset. See, rich people get richer now, right? Because they understand what's happening, right? Bad things don't last always, right? It's not a bad time all the time, right? And if you have a bad time all the time, and you got to figure that out, right? But bad times don't last, right? It's just now, what are you doing in the bad times to build your skill set? What are you doing in the bad times, to build your mindset? What are you doing in the bad times to be able to build up your financial independence, right? People that keep getting rich is because they know what to do, when to do it at the right time, right? And they got the knowledge and the resource. People that don't, unfortunately, they cannot get ahead, right? So I got to go. I got some schools to go to. I got some meetings to attend. But yeah, so I want you guys to start thinking about your money. If you're not in my school app, go to the School of Money and Wealth, join it. We talk about money. I post things about money. Introduce yourselves. About 60 people in the group now. I'm on the app now. Talk about, what you're doing, to introduce yourself, network, with some of the people, that are in there, friends. And again, your money is everything, friends. Your health, wealth, love, and happiness, right? And a lot of that is tied to money. A lot of that is tied to money. So I go live Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, guys. I'll see you guys on the next live. Happy Freedom Friday.